Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is Creda, day 14. We're almost halfway there. Today we're going to be making a wreath. We're going to be using this styrofoam circle. I'm going to use this ribbon and we're going to use some buttons. I have my glue gun heating up, and what I plan on doing, hopefully it works out, is just looping it around first, putting this heat gun, this ribbon around there with a little bit of hot glue, and then we are going to glue some buttons down. I saw a project like this similar on Pinterest, but I was on there for another reason, and I don't have a link to it, but if you type in Wreath or styrofoam wreaths on Pinterest, you probably can find it fairly quickly. I'm just loosening up some of the ribbon once I get it looped around. I have tried something like this before and it did not work out for me, only because I don't think I knew exactly what I was doing. And even though it is double-sided, I feel like this outer layer is more shiny than this. This is more of a dulled down, so I'm going to put this on backwards like this first to create this shine portion, even though it won't really matter as much because I'm going to be putting buttons on it. In the comment section below, let me know if you've ever done anything like this, created this type of wreath. As you all know, I have some old videos where I did wire wreaths. And I made a wreath earlier, well, last week sometime. I just didn't share it with everyone. And I'm looking for some glue sticks. In my opinion, we're going to need lots and lots of glue sticks. So I just like to have them out and ready to go before we even start the project. And I'm just waiting on the glue gun to heat up. Thank you everyone that came and hung out with me yesterday on Sunday for a quick live create. And I'll show you really quickly while we're waiting on the glue gun to heat up what we created. They're already spoken for, so I can't give you any. They're already spoken for. Here's the first one of them, not the first one of them. This was the first one I created, and as you can see, it's script over her face, which I never did this before, so I enjoyed doing it. And then on the other ones, I didn't put script on her face. I went and dug through the rest of my flowers, already made flowers, and I found some more those embellishments. And then this was suggested from Ruth's Inkwell, Berry Cracker Bonet. I want to say Patricia suggested this, and Little Crafts Creation, Jackie. A lot of people suggested that I try to do this. I think Try Custom Design may have also said something like that. And I struggled with trying to figure that out, but it came out okay, I think. And then I just put this embellishment on here like that. And this one I think is my favorite because I was able to use the remainder of this piece to go on here, and then I put this. This is my favorite, my most favorite one, I think, because the polka dots contrast each other but match at the same time. So hopefully the recipient likes them. Again, they are all spoken for, and I'm going to do something to this one because this looks dusty in my opinion. I did put some glue down on top of this because I didn't trust the adhesive to stick on there, and then once I realized I kind of put it on crooked, I couldn't move it because the glue and the paper were already in a comfortable relationship of stickiness, so I just left it alone. And let's go ahead and see if we can't get this started. Alright, glue gun, don't fail me, but don't burn me either, please. I just put a little bit of glue, a dab, a dollop right there, and my glue gun needs reloading. And so you probably won't be able to see me work it all the way around, but I'll come back in camera in frame as I do work it, so you'll see what I'm doing. This morning's crafting situation is a bit awkward, so you have to turn up your volume. My big roommate is asleep in the living room with me while I craft, and so I told him last night, hey, I craft in the mornings, so I need you to get in the bed. But he likes to watch TV, and as I've told you all before, I only have one television, and it's in the living room, and he's not into PJ Masks. So he definitely doesn't want to be in the bedroom with the baby when we watch PJ Masks on the computer for night. But it's okay. Today at school they're going to say, why is he so sleepy? Because my son thinks he's 21 and not 1 going on 2. And you don't have to glue it down every wrap. I'm going to glue it down like every 2 or 3 wraps. I just want it to not slide down. And this will not be going outside. This will be an indoor wreath. I think maybe, I don't want to commit to wreaths this whole week, but I think I want to try and do another form of a wreath, a flower wreath. I saw this lady on YouTube, of course, where she took the stems from flowers and just stuck them all around in a project like this with what is that, the florist used those little metal pieces, so she put hot glue on the florist piece and did it. I don't think I want to do it like that, but I would love to try and do a fall wreath using the tree sticks on it. And I know the Dollar Tree has some fall things out, so I do have a few projects in mind that I want to create. And it would be good to have fall projects, but I can't commit to doing a project every day for the rest of this year. I would definitely go insane or more crazy than what I am already, only because it's, in my opinion, it's very hard trying to create projects. And as you all know, I'm not a good planner when it comes to some things, because I definitely probably could have written down my craft projects before. Like, you know, when we did Christmas in July, we had a theme or a prompt, so it wasn't that hard to just create something from the prompt. But in this instance, I've just come on every day randomly with different things, and I know that you all don't want to see me stamp paper every day, even though that's what I wouldn't have a problem doing. So I will probably do a series like that once I get to Texas, and do something like maybe a weekly stamped project or something, maybe something out of my comfort zone, so it'd be like an awkward craft project for me that I'm afraid to do or feel like I can't do properly. We'll see. I don't know yet. Definitely don't know yet what my crafty future has for me. And so we're almost finished with that, and it only took us about 10 minutes, huh? If I wasn't talking so much and I was rapping and not flapping my lips, probably take less time. But again, I do want this secured, and I want you all to be able to see some of what I'm doing, because you may be inspired to do something similar to this. And I could probably revisit this craft project already. I can see me revisiting it because this alone looks very beautiful. I love this color, teal. It's like two of my favorite colors jammed together, blue and green. And probably I'm not sure what you would need the color spectrum to get teal color, but whatever it is, they did a great job in making it. It reminds me of the ocean. And you all know how I feel about that. And this, you can tell the difference in quality on this ribbon versus like the Dollar Tree fabric. Ribbon, because sometimes when I use it, it seeps through, and this is like taking all of the glue. So for $4 or $2, it's doing pretty good. Maybe it's just a thicker quality. Let's see where it's made. Taiwan. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't have a clue. We're just going to go ahead and wrap this over, and we're going to call this portion of it done. We're going to go right here. And here comes the fun part, of course, the buttons. And I'm just going to cut this off. So I found these scissors in my bedroom. I didn't find them, I knew they were in there, but they cut exceptionally well. I'm very impressed with them. Very, very impressed. So this is a small, this is called Tropic, and it's only 4 yards. Whereas if you get the Dollar Tree ribbon, it's similar. It is, this one is 6 yards, and they're very similar in color. So if you want to get this, you can get, maybe 2 rolls, which is still $2, because this is most likely purchased on a half off for this brand of ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And so I'm just going to fold this back over and put this down right here. And do just like this. So hopefully you're liking it so far. I am a little bit biased, of course. Okay, so we've pulled out a few buttons, and this looks like a big soup bowl of buttons. I will not be using it in the darker colors. I want to use all bright and happy colors. And even though we are transitioning from summer and spring to fall and winter, my projects don't have to be fall or winter projects unless I say they're fall or winter projects. And this is definitely not a fall or winter project. I think I just had a stroke of genius, everyone. Look, I've been trying to use this. What do you think? Maybe we'll use it another time. I definitely want to get some more styrofoam and try that. Whenever I pull out buttons that have writing on them, I really like to just put those to the side and use them for other projects. So we'll see how that works out. This big purple button is saying use me now. So I'm going to listen to it. I just want to make sure we're in frame. I'm going to try to use what I have on hand in here. And it's no rhyme or reason. I don't know if I'll be using a lot of green or teal buttons, if I even have any green or teal buttons in there. But here we go. And I'm not sure if I like that. We'll see. Yep, I'm not sure if I'm liking that button after all. But we'll see. And again, I work backwards for whatever reason. I just work this way versus that way. That's how all my crochet projects look. Mostly all my projects, if you ever notice, I do work the opposite direction of the normal. I'm definitely going counterclockwise. So I'm going to put one row first, and then I'm going to come back and put a row inside and a row on the outside. I've enjoyed doing my Creda. I think that other people will probably do a Creda too next year, hopefully. I don't know if I want to do another Creda unless it's well planned out. Like, maybe I can do a weekly, you know, like a project a week. I don't know. Those are cute, those little polka dots. I'm going to put this to the side. This reminds me of a nautical button, and if I have more than one, I'm going to do a project with that one. That looks really close to the pattern, the paper, the ribbon, so we won't do that one. No. This is pretty. It's a silky button. Very pretty. I'm just trying not to put two like colors next to each other. Like, I don't want to put two pinks next to each other. Like, every other would be fine, but not directly on there. So, since we did this for 14 days in a row, tell me if I've inspired you to create something. And if I have, and you make YouTube videos, send me a link. If I've inspired you to make something and you are on somewhere else, just leave in the comments what you've made. I would love to know what you've created. And I'm not talking about like, yeah, you made cards, so I want to make birthday cards too or whatever. I'm just, you know, if I've inspired you to create something, it doesn't have to be the exact same thing. It definitely can be something totally different than what I've created. But if I just sparked a little light in you, your little crafty light, let me know. Send Mom to create that shadow box that she made, that beautiful one-of-a-kind shadow box. I know has prompted many ladies on her that follow her, as well as myself and Elemental Designs, to want to make one. I love it so much. I appreciate your craftiness, Janet. And then, you know, Elemental Design is making one, and hers is coming out so cute. Very pretty. Shadow boxes are such a hard job. I've created shadow boxes before, but not in the form of craft shadow boxes for co-workers. And oh my goodness, I was stressed out. I think that I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree today. My big roommate and I'm going to drag him to a few Dollar Trees, since it'll kind of be like we're having a date. And I'm going to get some stuff. I think I want to make a shoebox one. I think we'll see. Because I don't have a lot of personal time to do that. My little one and my big roommate are needy. Which is so funny. I love this. Look at this. I can't use this one because I need it for something else. They follow me around the house, which is fine. I just complain about it to them. I'm like, I can't even go into the restroom by myself. And he's like, that's because we love you. I'm like, love me from afar. Like, I need to use the restroom. And Nicholas is right along with them. But Nicholas has always been like that. And if you have cats, you probably know what I'm talking about. And dogs, I think, do it too. But Nicholas, when I go to the restroom before I had the baby, and I would shut him out, he would stick his paw underneath the door, and you can see him doing this. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Or you can see his little mouth trying to get into the bathroom. I'm like, is it that serious? But Nicholas is definitely a big time spoiled kitty cat. Definitely. And I saw a video on YouTube where, or was it? It was either YouTube or Facebook, and it's like, is my cat the only cat that does this? And it had like a clip of all the cats and dogs, or is my pet the only one that does this, where they were putting their hands underneath the door, their face, tail, all kinds of stuff. I actually have video of Nicholas when he was younger doing that. And so now when my big roommate's on the road, I send him pictures from when I'm in the restroom and the baby's in there and Nicholas. I'm like, my life. And he just laughs. I don't know if you all have a wacky family that does that, but mine definitely does. I just put some more glue right here on the seam to make it stay flat and more uniform. I'm definitely going to revisit this project. I don't know if Hobby Lobby has sale on this ribbon this week, but I'll definitely have to check into it, because I think I've used mostly all of that ribbon. And you can see I'm so crooked. I started off really well, and now I'm on the side instead of being back on the top, which is fine. I'm gonna try to get back on there. We've already did 21 minutes and I'm not even nearly finished. So what I'm going to do is pause it and come back. So as I'm sitting here gluing these buttons on, I'm thinking, yep, this is one of the times where you should have had your buttons sorted. As I told you all, I used to sort out all of my crafty stuff. So all of the purple would have been together, all of the red, all of the white, all of the brown, everything would have been sorted out. I think that it took me more time to sort in the past than it did to create whatever I was creating. And you know, I told you I kind of just gave it up after a while, because not all colors and craft things, you know, need to be sorted unless you're doing laundry. That's one time you really need to sort your colors out. I definitely don't want to make a mistake and put, you know, buttons with Brad. So I think it's fun the way I have them, which is just in a big bucket, dump it out, get what I need, and then put back what I don't need for now in this project. I can't say I will not, but I don't think I'm going to be doing buttons this entire week like I tried to last week. And I couldn't. I had to squeeze in a stamp project. I just had to. So I just grabbed a button that said Made in Paris early, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So I was getting bored sitting here listening to Nicholas groom himself. So gross. So I decided to just come back on, and I am going to complete the project with you all, but you won't see the entire thing on camera. You know, I won't continue to talk. I just want to come back on and say this probably would have been a good time for me to sort. Look at this button. Isn't it beautiful? These big buttons. I'm definitely going to do something with these big buttons. I'm going to make a necklace. Make some button jewelry. That may be my next project. And look, I put purple next to purple earlier. Just grabbing buttons. And it's fine, you know, just to grab your buttons and do what you need to do with them. No big deal. This is going to go on my, well, in my quote-unquote craft room studio when I move. So I have two homemade hand projects from myself that I will be putting on the wall. I'm going to be putting up some things from the people that mailed in things for my birthday challenge, as well as winnings that I've won. And I already have one little wall full of motivational things, pictures of my baby, and things like that I'll probably be taking down shortly in a couple of months, because my big roommate was like, now is the time for us to pack all this stuff up. I'm like, I'm going to still want to craft up until a certain point, so let's not get crazy there, bud. Alright, so this is our finished project, and of course, I'm a little bit biased. Who am I kidding? I'm a lot biased, right? Let's go ahead and unplug this glue gun, firstly. Second of all, let's just discuss it really quickly, and I'll share with you what I was thinking as I was putting these little buttons on. So you saw me do most of the first row, and then I did some of it crooked, which it came out better crooked. You know, if you do this, don't do a whole row like this. Kind of go off and up and off and up, because in some parts you can see that I went down, and then other parts you can see that I didn't. And my thinking is this is going to be on the wall at a certain point. I was thinking of putting it right here, like that. So I didn't want it to be covered completely touching the wall. And I just love how it kind of cascades around. So, you know, this was our starting point, which is right here. And then I just kind of went around like that. And I did put some buttons with writing on it. This one has writing on it. A few other ones have writing on it, but nothing too fancy and nothing super decorative that I'm sure I don't have at least one other button like that. So this is what our Creda Day 14 is, a button wreath. And I hope that you all enjoyed it. I definitely did. And you will see another project from me like this in the upcoming days. So thank you all for watching. Happy Creda!